My name is Jeff Hopkins. I'm the Golf Course Superintendent at Muskegon Country Club. And this is my story. I've always enjoyed working with plants and turf, but I just really wanted to be outside. You know, mornings like this, just seeing God's creation. And even as a little kid, I always loved being outside, and I knew that I could never have a 9-to-5 indoor job. So my dad had the greenhouse business, and they did bedding plants. So it's all your flats of flowers, hanging baskets, potted plants. We had glass greenhouses, so they would go up to a peak and then down to a gutter. I was repairing the polylock, and without even thinking, you would rest your hand on the glass. And when I did that, the glass pane gave way. Pane of glass severed my bicep. I hope I don't die. So, yeah, fortunately, I got the help that I needed right away. They said, Dad, just keep putting money in there. Well, then times got tough and I kept taking money out of it. So I haven't made it to the Masters yet, but I'll get back there. And I've been trying to get tickets for my son and my son-in-law. Come on, somebody take me. I'm not that bad of a guy. Come on. We got some photos here. Oh, that was my first year here when we hosted the Michigan Am. Here I got a hole-in-one. It cost me $384 in a bar bill. I'm an MSU grad, so go green. I despise Michigan, U of M. And I don't know where that came from, but yeah, I'm a true Spartan. First job as a superintendent was at a small public place in Hudsonville called Rolling Hills Golf Course. I got a call from Bill Fountain, who was over at Railside Golf Club in Byron Center, and he asked me to come over there and to be his assistant. 4 days into the job, he told me he might be leaving, and about 3 weeks later, I was the head superintendent. I've been here at Muskegon since 2012. Way back when we were the West Michigan Golf Course Superintendent Association, I served on the board of directors there for 10 years and was president for, I believe, 2 years. Later on, when MIGCSA started, then I got on the board of directors and served 2 terms. You know, you really get the pulse of what's going on around the industry with being part of that board. This industry is so incredible. I've met so many neat people, whether it's fellow superintendents or industry partners, that has made this job so rewarding. And I remember going to an early superintendent's meeting, and those guys really welcomed me and kind of took me under their arm. When you tell somebody that you work on the golf course, they're like, oh boy, great, you mow grass and you get a nice tan.
People sometimes walk out here with their head down. They don't take time to look around at all of the things that Jeff does and his crew does. People have the impression that this just happens, and it doesn't.
The membership here allows me to play in their men's league on Thursday nights, and we have a great time out here. And it's just a really nice opportunity for me to interact with the members. And when they're really fired up about something, that's not the best time to talk, but when you get them in a relaxed atmosphere and you can explain how we do things and why we do things, then it tends to make a lot more sense to them. We have several people here that have been here over 20 years. Yeah, we're really proud of the team that we've assembled for this year. We try and do some cookouts for the crew, just do little incentives just to keep them fired up, and because if they're not fired up, then you got more work on your hands.
I've worked with Jeff now for 13 years. He's a great guy, definitely a working manager. He's out there with us every day, puts his heart and soul into what he does.
I'm not afraid to jump in and dig and to, just be physically active. So each fall we have an open house here at the maintenance facility, and it's just a really neat interaction between my staff and the membership. We try our best to stay out of their way. We try to provide them with a good product. And here's an opportunity for them to come in, shake their hand, say thank you. When we have some of these events or shotgun starts or outings, and we've got up until 11 o'clock, and at 10:45 we're pulling back in the shop and we're literally giving high fives like, we got a good golf course out there for these people.
Jeff is an outdoorsman, and I think it's a toss-up of whether to hit the ball or maybe run in and grab his bow.
I would love to hunt here, but unfortunately we're within the city limits here, and we have some wonderful, oh, there goes one right there. That is actually on property here, and so is that.
Are you kidding?
No. So there's my best buck I've ever got. That was up on our property up north. My dad was hunting with me, and he was a few hundred yards away. And as soon as he hears a gunshot, he has to be coming over there. So he's like, what'd you get? I said, I don't know. I said, but I think it's a good one. I come across this little spike horn deer laying on the ground. And he's like, I thought you said it was a good one. I'm like, it was. This isn't my deer. And 25 yards away, this thing was laying on the ground. Yeah, my dad taught me how to work and my dad taught me how to hunt. My son has picked up both of those qualities. Last year, I went on my first turkey hunt with him and was able to harvest a turkey, and that was one of the coolest moments of my life.
He loves his family and his grandkids especially, spends as much time as he can.
Just the other day, they were out here. There was a bit of a downtime in play, so the kids got to run around their bare feet, and they just loved the short grass. And seeing the wildlife and riding on the carts and hopping on tractors with Grandpa. My daughter was probably, maybe 10 months, maybe a year, and I would just take her car seat and strap it to my Yamaha hauler at the time, and I would go out and do some work, and she would just ride around and just had a ball with that. We got married about 1.5 years ago. She's a school teacher, so she has the summers off, and obviously I'm quite busy during the summertime, but we make it work really well. Thank you, sweetheart, for all your support and all your encouragement. Greatest accomplishment was raising my kids. I couldn't be prouder of them. They've grown into be such incredible adults and human beings and have good faith and values. I'm really proud of that. A lot of times we don't leave here because our work is done. You leave here because it's time to go home and to be with your family. But the biggest thing that I realize is one of your biggest hurdles, or biggest challenges I should say, is working with people and managing people. The turf part almost seems like the easy part at times. People will say, well, how long are you going to keep going in this business? I love this industry. I love the profession, and I want to keep going for a while here as long as I can physically and mentally continue to do it.